Greenpeace staged a shocking surprise protest against the German Chancellor at IAA Mobility, the largest automobile event in Europe. These protests revealed interesting information about what young Germans think about the automobile industry, and why Greenpeace claims that the era of the German automobile industry is over. Today's story is that it is questionable whether Germany, which has formed an internal combustion engine kingdom for the past 100 years, will remain an automobile powerhouse even as the paradigm of the automobile industry is changing with electric vehicles and autonomous driving technology sparked by Tesla.
The Bank of Korea's U.S. and European economic team reviewed the background and implications of Germany's recent economic slump. And when I read the Bank of Korea report upon arriving in Germany, I could feel Germany's economic crisis firsthand. The recent developments in the German economy have significant implications in that Korea, like Germany, has a high share of manufacturing and a high dependence on China, and is experiencing significant changes in the labor market due to an aging population. In particular, it is fatal that Germany has an industrial structure that is less competitive than China, not the United States, in the cutting-edge IT sector.
German police, accompanied by police dogs, conducted strict checks on the general public to ensure the safety of the Prime Minister attending the event. When Chancellor Olaf Scholz finally arrived at the BMW event, Greenpeace members climbed on top of the BMW and shouted that the party was over in Germany. Chancellor Olaf Scholz injured his eye while taking a walk and appeared wearing an eye patch, making German citizens who entered the event somewhat nervous. However, in the midst of this, a surprise protest by Greenpeace took place, so it seemed like we were seeing a complex combination of crisis factors in the German economy. Witnessing the chaotic scenes at the event made me wonder what could be the cause of Germany's economic crisis. After examining Germany's major export items, we discovered the shocking phenomenon. Germany is expected to be the only G7 country to record negative growth this year. The IMF predicted Germany's growth rate to be minus 0.3% in 2023, and Germany was the only country other than the United States, Japan, the United Kingdom, France, and Canada to be experiencing negative growth. Germany is a powerhouse of science and technology, having produced as many as 75 Nobel Prize winners. And it is Europe's largest economic powerhouse, with half of the world's hidden champion companies, that is, excellent small companies that are responsible for the backbone of the economy. According to the Bank of Korea's US-Europe Economic Team report, Germany and Korea both have something in common. They have maintained manufacturing-oriented industrial structures in the past thanks to the rise of the Chinese economy. According to World Bank data, Korea is the world's 5th largest manufacturing country, with manufacturing accounting for more than 25% of GDP. Korea's manufacturing industry has a greater impact on the national economy than Germany, which ranks 25th in the world, accounting for about 18%. Angela Merkel visited China 12 times during her 16 years as German Chancellor. as the German government formed a close relationship with the Chinese government, Volkswagen rose to number 1 in global car sales. Volkswagen, which ultimately ranked first in global car sales along with Toyota, was significantly different from Toyota in that Volkswagen was highly dependent on sales in the Chinese market.
In 2019, Volkswagen's car sales were a whopping 10.9 million units. However, when looking at the inside story of the successful sales report card, something unsettling was detected. Volkswagen sold 1 million cars in North America, 600,000 in South America, and 4.9 million in Europe and other countries. The remaining 4.4 million units were sold concentrated in the Asia-Pacific market, including China.
However, the fact that more than 4.04 million units were sold in China alone later harmed the German economy. The fact that a manufacturing company sells a lot of products means that it needs to invest in automation facilities and hire people. In this process, technological leveling occurs as technical secrets are passed on to members. From Germany's perspective, the problem was that China grew faster than Germany expected.
Especially in the case of automobiles, which are made up of approximately 30,000 parts, it is natural that the jobs of numerous people are connected. More than 700,000 Germans work for German automobile companies, including companies that supply parts, equipment, and robots to these companies. The livelihoods of more than 3 million people in Germany are dependent on the automobile-related industry. What I learned a long time ago in Shanghai was that the Chinese government said that in order for Volkswagen to sell cars in China, it must establish a joint venture with a Chinese company. The company that emerged is now Shanghai Volkswagen, SAIC Volkswagen, FAW Volkswagen. The Chinese government has opened the door to a huge domestic market, and Chinese companies have acquired various technologies such as sophisticated power systems, sturdy chassis structures, and practical and luxurious designs from German companies. Eventually, there were many people from Volkswagen in the Chinese automobile industry, and they eventually helped create the biggest competitors of the German automobile industry, including Volkswagen, Mercedes-Benz, and BMW. When Germany pretended not to notice the rise of Tesla, Chinese companies such as BYD and NIO launched a counterattack armed with autonomous driving technology, electric vehicle technology, and battery technology. As sales of these electric vehicles affected the Chinese market, Volkswagen's sales in the Chinese market in 2020 began to decline by 11.6% compared to 2019. Thanks to this, Japan's Toyota Motor Company overtook Volkswagen as the world's #1 car seller. Tesla is the only foreign company that has established itself in the Chinese market. China's BYD, which has surpassed Volkswagen, is chasing Tesla. This vehicle is China's BYD's D-segment pure electric SUV Seal U, which was first unveiled in Europe. It was interesting to note that it had a comfortable interior space for 5 people, ample cargo space and especially that the efficiency was higher than that of some American electric vehicles. Although Tesla is ahead of Chinese manufacturers in most technologies, such as artificial intelligence and driving capabilities, it is sufficiently threatening to German electric vehicle manufacturers. BYD appears to have decided to go all out, starting with IAA Mobility in 2023. Tesla also invested and participated in IAA Mobility because targeting the German market is more important than ever. Because many media outlets around the world are paying attention, the cost of participation per square foot of the event venue is extremely expensive. Many traditional automakers did not participate in the automotive event IAA Mobility to reduce their marketing budgets. However, Tesla and Chinese electric vehicle companies actively participated in this event, expressing their intention to further attack the European market. While BYD survived the collapse of many Chinese electric vehicle manufacturers, Tesla is also growing into an entity that cannot relax its tensions. In the European market outside of China, the sales share of pure electric vehicles by Chinese manufacturers, such as BYD and NIO, increased from 0.5% in 2019 to 3.9% in 2021. By August 2023, Chinese manufacturers had sold 86,000 battery electric vehicles, accounting for 8.2% of the European electric vehicle market. This development is starting to cause threatening cracks in the world's leading internal combustion engine kingdoms, such as Volkswagen, Mercedes-Benz, and BMW. In the first half of 2023, the export volume of Chinese pure electric vehicles, which the Germans tried to ignore, was 149,000 units.
This amount is approximately 3 times the exports in the same period in 2022, showing a tremendous increase. Germany sold China high-tech robots such as KUKA and internal combustion engine cars from Volkswagen, Audi, Mercedes-Benz, and BMW. From the perspective of most Germans who have strong pride in science and engineering and produced 75 Nobel Prize winners, they probably judged that China's catch-up would not be that much of a problem. China, using low labor costs as a weapon, sold home appliances produced by companies such as Haier, Hisense, TCL, and Midea to Germany at low prices. By exporting these products to developed countries such as Germany, China has recorded a large current account surplus and accumulated enormous foreign currency reserves.
With this huge amount of money, China has been acquiring German high-tech companies almost every week. Germans define this phenomenon as China's salami tactics. The salami tactic means that Chinese capital will purchase German high-tech companies one by one and transform itself from its image as a global factory to that of a high-value technological nation. Germany's competitiveness is gradually weakening as much as the pieces of salami that are cut off in this process. Using another analogy, imagine an adult who becomes intoxicated by the sweet taste of sugar, gradually increasing their consumption over time. Eventually, this leads to the development of diabetes. As the condition progresses, it brings severe complications such as blindness, foot decay, and ultimately death. Germany's industry appears to resemble a patient with diabetes, and if not promptly treated, it may deteriorate into a critical condition, akin to a late-stage illness with potentially fatal consequences. Germany's policy of relying too heavily on Russia for energy and China's cheap labor for the automobile industry seems to have ultimately had a negative impact on the German economy. Thank you for watching. This is Gina. I worked alongside Tony and Leah. Thank you.